Hey, what's up, guys? I recently talked about Robert Hayward and the whole mask situation on Fox News. I shared a bunch of conversations, bunch of news, and we talked about that. And I'm going to show something very interesting, something that people probably haven't really brought up, or maybe they have, but this is something that I thought of. And I wanted to share with you because I thought it was a very interesting thing to bring up. And as you see on the screen, it says Bad Grandpa behind the scenes. So if you don't know what Bad Grandpa is it's affiliated with Jackass, and the main person is Johnny Knoxville, and he's suited up as a old grandpa, and he has this kid, and they do like these skits and stuff like that, right? So we're going to just kind of skip through this here, right? We're just gonna look at what they're doing. We play the video here. They're messing around, whatever. That's the kid, right? Let's see here. Let's fast forward just a little bit. So we're gonna go to the process with the mask. So here's the mask right here. So we're gonna show a little bit of this, right? We're gonna show a tad bit of this, and you're going to see exactly what I mean and why it's so crazy. And also to point out that I think this mask stuff is a distraction. I think it's a distraction for. I mean, and also you got to think about too. There was the White House stuff that just happened recently too. You know how they're supposed to talk about peace talks with Iran, and then there was a weird thing going on at the White House, so they had a lockdown. That was also something else too that happened. So it was really weird how the whole mask and the whole Iran talk, and then all of a sudden the lockdown at White House. It's weird because I feel like they knew that we were catching on. I mean, I don't know. It was just weird to me, right? The timing of it. And the mask, it's believable because that's actually a thing that people can actually do, because this is a prime example. The thing I'm showing you right now is the fact that people can actually wear a mask and you will not know. The only issue with this situation with the camera lighting and stuff like that is you ask yourself, why would he wear a mask? Like, why would he do this? Why would they mess around? But see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. You got to ask yourself that. Would they do this to you? Would they make you logically be into a state of mind where you're psychologically fighting your own demons and trying to figure out if this is actually valid or not? When there's a lot of things that we've seen in our life where they've messed with us. I mean, look at the Jeffrey Epstein files. Look at all the stuff that we found out. Look at the JFK files, whatever, all that stuff, right? All that, right? A lot of things. But we're gonna look at this process here. Look at this. Look at the screen. Okay, we're gonna just fast forward through this. So they're putting on makeup here, right? They're putting on makeup. You see them putting on makeup. Like, look at that. They're putting like this stuff I don't know what it does. And look at that. Look at that. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this. Check this out. And this is crazy to me. And I recommend you watch those videos if you want. I talked about other stuff like some gaming stuff, some political stuff, just a lot of other stuff. But look at this, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Boom, and then bam. Look at that. This is Johnny Knoxville, by the way. Look at him. I mean, just look at him. Bro, you can't even... I hate to say this. So I was watching Asmongold's video, and I like to say that I'm not biased, and this is one of those moments where I'm like, Asmongold, come on, man. We know they know. I mean, it sounds weird. Like, why would this guy wear a mask? But I mean, come on. Look at the screen right now. Look at this. You can't even tell that this is actually Johnny Knoxville. You actually believe this is an old man. Look at this. I'm going to zoom in, too. I'm going to zoom in. Look at this. Look at his face. Look how close. Dude, you can't even tell he's wearing a mask. You can't even tell. There's no, like, gaps between his eyes. His chin looks super old. It looks saggy. Like, this is scary. And I'm going to Google. I don't know when it came out, but I'm going to Google and screenshot it when it came out and stuff like that. Obviously I'll check in this video for sure too as well at the end, but I'll definitely screenshot now just so you as the viewer know. This came out like 5-10 years ago, right? I think like 5 to 8, 10 years ago, around there. Obviously but we're figuring that out. But this is crazy, right? You look at this, you're like, this is possible. This is so possible. Johnny Knoxville went from being a 30 something, 40 something year old person to a little 60-year-old, 70-year-old man. And this is what they do throughout the whole video is they do like skits, they do these funny things. They have the kid in the video, as a part of the skits and stuff like that. Look at these, he's just chilling there. He's just chilling. He's talking. There's the whole process, all the makeup and stuff like that. Look at that. Look at this. This is even in the sun. Look at that. Look at this, dude. Look at this. See, like his ear, I will admit, his ear looks kind of freaking weird. But his face is there. But see, that's the thing. That's so weird. Bro, if you see my video, do you want to know there's a key word there. It's always the ear. And there's a lot of people saying that the dude that was in the video, the Robert dude, and this is alleged, this is rumors. Obviously he's, people are saying it's not true, whatever, blah blah blah. But isn't it weird? If you saw my video, if you haven't, go check it out and come watch this again. But I talk about the ear, and I say it's always something with the ear. Like for some reason they can't get the ear right. I don't know what it is, but you look at this photo. Guess what's unusual? The ear. The ear. Isn't that crazy? And this is all a distraction in my mind. And, obviously the White House stuff happening. See, that's what's even weirder is this happened, right, with the mask, right? We're all like confused. We're all like figuring out if this is real or not. People posting stuff on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, and stuff like that. They're like, is this a mask? And then you got people commenting. Even Admiral talked about it, right? He was saying that there's like a 1% chance that this is a mask. His community was like, it was like back and forth. Some people were like, oh, it's a mask. Some people were saying it's not. See, here's the thing, man. I don't even care if it's a mask or not, right? I don't care if it's a mask or not. I think this whole entire thing is it feels like a distraction. And then it's even weirder. It's even weirder when the whole lockdown thing happened, right? Because the whole Iran peace talks, with Trump, and JD Vance was like storming to the White House. Remember that? I talked about that in my video. You know what I mean? But this is the best proof you'll ever get. I'm not sure if anyone else has shown you these videos or whatnot, but I had to make this video really quick. I had to show this because this is probably the best example to what I mean. I never showed the face or anything like that until the end of the video. And I feel like this is something very important to share because I think people forget about this. And again, I don't care if this is a mask or not, but at the same time, we also got to put into consideration, and I think Admiral didn't really put this into his notes. I feel like that, yeah, it might not be a mask, but to add some educational value that it's possible to actually wear attire, like a mask, a costume, or whatever this is called. I don't know, a mask, right? That's what it's called. But you could put a mask on and you can look unrecognizable. That is fact. Sure, yeah, that was probably not a mask. Obviously, it was a malfunction with lighting or something like that. You can ask Grok. You can ask ChatGPT. You can ask Claudia, Clyde, whatever that freaking other one is, Gemini, whatever. You know what I mean? You could do that. But at the same time, the real fact is yes, you can wear a mask and it be so unrecognizable that you will not know that it's actually a person. That's the one thing that Asmongold, I mean, from what I remember, I don't think he brought this up, but this is actually a thing. Like, you could, like, this is proof right here. Like, you can't tell me this is not proof. This is actual proof. Johnny Knoxville played as a grandpa, and he looked believable. The only thing that didn't look believable was his ear, but then again, maybe it was the lighting or something, maybe too much makeup or something. I don't know, right? But it's proven that you can look like something and people not even know that this is who you are. You're just some random stranger that has no name, really. You're just in a costume, right? You're playing a character that you created and manifested through this way of whatever this is called. I don't know what this crap called, this silicone or something, whatever the crap. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Like it looks so real. And some would, and like I said in my other videos, like, oh, some said like this is like Illuminati or whatever, right? But overall, I felt like, I felt like that's all I related to share. Like this is, you know, um, this is all a distraction in my mind. I leave it at that. Distraction. Um, I feel like we should be paying attention more to the AI data centers, the AI stuff, because that stuff's going to take up a lot of electricity, a lot of gas, a lot of sorry, not a lot of gas, a lot of water, gallons of water. It's going to do so much. Also, yeah, I do want to check when this came out though, too, as well. 12 years ago. Bro, 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 dude. Bad Grandpa, that's deleted scenes, by the way. Bad Grandpa came out 12 years ago. So if anyone knows Asmongold, please, please, please donate $5 or something. Tell him to watch this. I'm telling you. Tell him to watch this. This would definitely get him views. It would get him views. Bro, dude, 12 years? Think about how much we achieved since AI started with Will Smith eating spaghetti to where we're at now, right? We're at the point where we're starting to build AI data centers here on land and also in space because Elon Musk wants to put it in space, right? Uh, why are AI data centers bad? So AI data centers strain power grids and increase pollution because training and running advanced AI requires massive computerable power. These facilities demand astronomical amounts of electricity and water. Just like I said, I just wanted to fact check it. I know there's a lot of people out there that hate to say, "Oh, I gotta trust your source, bro." I guess, yeah. I mean, go ahead. I just read it. Significantly impacting local environments and public health. An average hyper AI data center can consume up to 5 times more energy than a traditional data center. This intense draw strains power grids, frequently forces utilities to rely on fossil fuels, and has been linked to rising electricity bills for local residents. And that's what I said about California, because California has data centers, and I think that's why the gas prices are going up and all this stuff. And it's interesting too, because if you're seeing the advertisements on the elections and stuff like that, they're like, well, we can't pay for our bills because of Trump's gas prices, when at the same time it's not even about that. It's about the fact that there's data centers that's sucking up all this power, and it's taking up all this water, the water that we need. And the water, if you remember the Palisades, there was no water in the reservoir. What if there's no water in the AI generator or the AI data center? What if the water runs out? Or what if Newsom ends up repairing it and ends up destroying the power for a couple of days, and there's no power to there's no data center? Like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Like, what if the water somehow gets, something bad happens or something? You know what I mean? Like some stuff, like, I don't know. That's just me thinking outside the box, right? You know what I mean? Like, what could happen? Because if this thing takes water or even electricity too, the same thing. Like, massive water consumption. It takes so much gallons of water, dude. Lack of transparency. Tech companies often build these facilities in rural or underserved areas, usually high secretive contracts and non-disclosure agreements. This often leads local communities facing the environmental and infrastructure burdens without having been consulted during the planning process. Dude, this is crazy. All this stuff reminds me of when AI first came out. Do you want to know what I'm talking about? Is no one voted for this. No one voted for where AI could go, how far AI, like, we gave no permission for AI. We the people, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, freedom of speech, right? You know what I mean? Like, this AI came as here's the thing. AI is good. There's definitely good things about AI. There's good things in what it does and stuff like that. But the thing is there's no regulation. I guess that's the word. Is that the word? If that is, hopefully that's the word. But there's no say of how far this can go. You know what I mean? We don't know how far this is going to go. This is going towards the digital ID, the digital currencies, stuff like that, the digital ID and stuff like that. This is going towards that realm, because, we have no say in anything with the AI. And it seems like they're pushing that. And even in the UK, King Charles and whatever that other dude is, they're all pushing digital IDs and digital stuff, biometrics and stuff like that in the UK, right? So this is just a very strange time because we have put no voting. We don't know how far these AI things can go, all this deep fake stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you have to get to the point where you have to ban deep fakes, that tells you something, like something's bad about this, right? Something bad's about this. But at the same time, overall, this mask stuff was a distraction, in my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion, because I feel like it's the timing's weird. Okay, the timing's weird. Okay, it's very strange. Okay, yeah, it might not have been a mask, but the fact out of all this, the fact is that you can wear a mask, you can look unrecognizable, and that is a fact.